All right, YouTube. Hopefully, not hopefully, this is going to be a very short video. Sorry, I got YouTube going on in the background. Um, so, uh, Today is a little something different than Diecast. Yes, I haven't sent that guy off yet. Um, I will. As you can see, you can probably see the wheels are still white. I haven't painted them. Um, but yeah, I'll get that thing sent off. Anyways, um, so my pride and joy of my action figure collection is my original Spock. Believe it's 1967 it came out. Um, not going to say that is a definite. Don't quote me on it, as other people say. But let me kind of move this up because it's kind of a tall action figure. But here we go. Let me hold them sideways. Yeah, it's sideways. There's nothing I can do about it. But my original Spock. It's not the original packaging, but today I picked up this guy, which is a recreation of the Spock. Let's see, this color is kind of messed up. Talked to my mom about it, and she said if I take an iron, I could iron that flat. But I got this guy because I was going to take his shirt off and put it on the other one, but this one has a screen printed badge on it. The original had a plastic badge that was glued, and these cuffs on the collar are completely different. The pants exactly the same, the boots exactly the same, but other than that, and the equipment that this guy had on him was exactly the same as the original. According to the description on the packaging, this is supposed to be exactly as the same. Let me turn this down a little bit more. It's supposed to be exactly the same as the original, but it is not. As I said, this collar is way too big. The original was glued, I believe, to the shirt so it wouldn't move around. The badge wasn't screen printed, it was a piece of plastic glued, and these cuffs were plastic, not this fake leather that was sewed on. Let me pull this guy out the package. The package from the new one fits the old one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in there. But you see the bands on this one are some plastic, gold plastic that was sewn on. I don't know if you could pick it up right there. Let me see. Yeah, right here. The badge was a piece of plastic that was glued on. Now, I believe this is a tricorder, the phaser. I'm not sure what this thing is right here, but it's very close to the original. And as you can see, this is an original release. This is the re-release. You can see the difference. Spock over here on the right. Face is more rounded. This one's more on the left. It's more triangular shape. Skin tone definitely way different. Hair detail way different. Ears way different. This looks more like from the movie, But this is supposed to be an exact replica of this guy right here, but as you can see, it is not. But there we go. This guy weighs way more than this guy does. This guy is solid built. This guy is more built like a Barbie. And this is built more like a G.I. Joe. More weight, less weight, you know. But the accessories were pretty much exact replacements. So, and it was cheaper to actually buy this guy right here with these accessories than it was just to buy the accessories by themselves. Literally, each piece of this, from what I found, ran from 15 to 30 bucks for the accessories. I may have to splurge and buy the shirt when possible. But yeah, got lucky tonight. Got a big tip on the delivery, so I was able to buy this guy. I've been wanting this guy for a while for parts for this guy. So got the original right here and the remake, which is supposed to be a direct copy of this, but you can tell it is not. You can see by the ears, the hair, the uniform. This one's more teal, even though this one's faded and stained. There's spots where you can see where it's not faded. It's still not even close to that. Right there on his chest. But that's not saying that, you know, that didn't fall off a while back and it's still set in the sun. But yeah, I'm glad to have the accessories for this guy. Like I said, next will be, I'll hold him sideways, will be a shirt for him, which is very expensive. Probably won't be until tax season before I could afford to buy a shirt, original shirt for him. But yeah, interesting story. When I was younger, probably about 10, 11, one of our neighbors were having a yard sale, and every day I went over there. You know, I collect cans, bottles, beg my mom and dad for money. Every day I go over there, buy something. And one day they just gave me a big old box full of models. There was boats from, well, when I was 10, 11, 12, whatever, modern battleships all the way to pirate ships. There was cars, from 80s all the way back to like 1920 style model cars, airplanes, just a bunch of stuff, random stuff. And at the bottom of the box was this guy right here, and it was given to me. So yeah, pretty cool. My parents, once they seen this guy, they actually took him away from me, and they kept him until I was in my late 20s. So I wouldn't destroy it and I wouldn't sell it. You know, they took it from me, but you know, it's pretty cool. I'm glad they did. I said next step is finding him a replacement shirt. Pants are good condition, but pretty cool. I'm getting closer to get this guy complete. Let me get this thing off. I don't want that rubber band. I didn't realize there's a rubber band on the phaser. I didn't realize that, and I don't want it melting. See, there's a rubber band. I don't want it melting onto the shirt. The shirt's already in pretty poor condition. I mean, there's stains, there's brown stains on it. You you see right there up on his shoulder, you know. Oops, we got a brown stain right there. But it does have a button, not Velcro. This one has Velcro. This one has a button. Put that back in. But yeah, so Spock is one step closer to being back. And as I said, what I've looked for, this is pretty much close to the equipment color and style the original had. So glad to get that. I was grateful that I got the nice little tip I did last night, so I could actually afford to get this guy to get the parts for that guy. And like I said, it's pretty much cheaper to buy this guy than it was to buy even reman parts that I seen, like, well, quote unquote genuine repop parts. So I'll just put that, we'll put him somewhere. We'll figure out something for him. He may become like a permanent piece of the backdrop. Okay, now for even something more different than die-cast. Turn my camera, I don't know, kind of looks tweaked to me, but I don't know, I'm tweaked in the head anyways. So my next project will not be die-cast at all. It'll be this guy right here. Yes, Republic P-47D Thunderbolt, famous aircraft of World War II, mini-craft model kits. 1/144th scale, 144th the scale of the original. This is not going to be silver. I am going to do my own take on it. I've looked these up. Not all of them were silver. Some of them were OD green, kind of a dark forest green. So I'm going to do my own thing on this. It is a very tiny model. It's never been opened, but there was a rip in the plastic and one of the pieces were loose and it kept falling out, so I did put it back in the package and tape it. But it's never been opened to my knowledge. I got a bunch of these from a estate sale. This is a 98, which would put it about 22 years old. I got one that is late 70s, early 80s that I will be doing. But yeah, this is very tiny though. 144th the scale of the original. And it's already open. You've seen the plastic was off. Here we go. Here's the instructions. Very simple instructions. This is a very simple model. There you go. That's basically it right there. 3 steps. And then you got your decal set. And mine's not going to be two-tone, silver body with a dark top, with a dark green top, with a silver metal body. Excuse me, mine's going to be different. There you go, 98. But there we go. We got the decal set. The decal set, if they don't dissolve, I've had models old like this, and I went to do the decals and they literally dissolved. If they don't dissolve, I will put them on. Here we go. Very, very tiny. There's the wingspan. And let me see here. The wingspan is basically the length of my finger. Yeah, my finger's kind of fucked up. That's what happens when you work on cars and you drop a transmission on your hand. Your finger does that. Same way with this one. Yeah, so little side note. There is a fuselage. Kind of. It's smaller than my finger. Trying to turn it this way. There we go. It goes just a little bit past my knuckle. My crooked finger. If my finger was straight, it'd probably be a little bit. I don't know. I can't keep it straight. It's either up or down like that. There's no in between. But yeah, so, you know. A little bit longer than my finger for the fuselage. The wingspan kind of goes to my knuckle. Right. Sorry. Goes to this knuckle right here. You know, it's a very small model. So, it's going to be my next project. I already got the paint mixed up to the color I want it to be. It's kind of a dark green. And give me 1 second. I forgot to grab them. Of course, super bad videos. You can't have super bad videos without fuck ups. So I'll leave this guy right here. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. And I'll show you what I'm going to be using for some of the detail work. Sure, it's clean. Okay, that's clean. Alright, so here we go. Eyeshadow palette. And this is what I'm going to be using to do some of the details. And actually, on this guy right here, the base, and there's some dark spots on the paint. The roof right here, this rag top. As I said, these are not glued down yet because I am changing the wheel color, but you can see there's some dark spots here and there, and those were done with this. Trying to get it without the fucking glare. I don't know. Probably see my ugly mug. Yep, you can see it right there. There we go. Just fucking standard makeup. Well, not standard. This is kind of smoky. But there you go. This is what I'm going to be using to do some of the details on this guy. And we'll see how it comes out. I've used it for other projects. I can't show you them yet because one of the videos isn't supposed to be put out. Well, one of the customs I did, the video, it's not supposed to be out until the 18th of this month. And then I got some pictures of the other custom I did. And it won't be out until like the 22nd of next month. But one's going to be for Devil's Detail Diecast. You get that straight. Devil's Detail Diecast. I'm doing his challenge, and then Diecast Graveyard. Yeah, Diecast Graveyard. I'm doing his challenge, so I'll be doing a video on the Devil's Detailed Diecast car, and then the other one, Diecast Graveyard, will actually be doing a video showing everybody's cars. So, and those two cars, I did some of the detail with the makeup, but I'm not going to show you that stuff yet. And then this, once I get it all painted, jeez, I wish I would have got. I fucking said it was going to be short. It's almost already fucking 30 minutes. Forgot to grab the paint I was going to show you, or the clear coat I was going to show you. So if I get a chance, hold on, let me get a drink. My mouth is getting all dry and cotton mouthy. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh, wash that cotton mouth right out. So, the clear coat I'm going to be using is this Rust-Oleum. Turn it sideways. Rust-Oleum Universal Advanced Formula Clear All Surface Durable Top Coat, maximum durability and adhesion, wood, metal, plastic, masonry, and it's called Dead Flat. Finally found something in clear coat that says flat. I found satin and what was the other one I have? Matte. Found satin and matte clear coats in my whole area. I went to Home Depot the other day and I seen this. It says Dead Flat. I'm hoping this shit has no freaking shine to it. Although it does have a funky ass nozzle on it. But it's called Dead Flat, and I'm hoping this is Dead Flat. There we go. Indoor, outdoor, spray, any angle, fast drying, rust preventing, and then you got all your bullshit. You're fucking dangerous, extremely flammable. Yeah, anyways. So hopefully this shit is flat as fuck. Tired of spraying cars with matte, you know, getting this kind of gloss. I mean, yeah, I understand it's matte, it's kind of glossy. Satin is a little bit more glossy, I believe. Maybe satin's more flat. I don't know. But I don't like the shine. I'm hoping that when I spray this model with the clear, it comes out more like that, where the brown is, not the green, but the brown. I'm hoping it comes out more like that. I don't want this thing to be shiny at all, but that's that. And I will be gluing it together with super glue. I do have model glue, but it's going to take too long, and with my ADD and my ADHD, it's just going to take too long, and I'm going to end up just fucking it up because I'm going to try to do everything at once, and it's just going to become a mess. So super glue is my best way to go. So once I get off of here, I'm going to fucking start uploading this video, and I'm going to start gluing this guy together, and painting it. It says it'll probably take about 10 minutes for me to put this thing together and all the super glue to cure. Shoot it with the paint that I already have mixed up over there in my makeshift paint booth. Maybe one of these days I'll show you my makeshift paint booth and excuse me, my makeshift paint booth and my paint gun, because people seem not to believe that I use a luminous airbrush, which is for makeup, is not intended for paint. That's why I had to thin out my paint so thin and do so many layers, because it has this little fucking pump. It looks like when 007 there for a second, it looks like a air pump for a fish tank. It's just a little freaking pump, little rectangle pump with a button on it. The only really way to regulate the air is to either put the filter in or pull it out. You want lower pressure, you put the filter in. You want higher pressure, you pull it out. That's the way you adjust the pressure on this thing. Maybe one of these days I'll give you guys a little glimpse of my paint booth, and it's nothing nothing like anybody else's paint booth, trust me. That's why I use poster paint and either 91% alcohol or Listerine to thin out my paint. Water, I used water, but it is a pain in the ass because you get a lot of runs. Even if you do super thin coats, let it dry, you start getting runs and spots. Yeah, so I just use alcohol or Listerine. Alcohol, the 91% works best, because even with that, I could spray freaking a heavy spot on the casting and it won't run. And if I get a booger on it, it's way easier to cover it up, because that poster paint with the alcohol, I could actually melt, I guess you would say, melt the blemish, and it'll disappear. This guy right here, matter of fact, I had a big old booger right here on the side, right here on the top edge. Paint gathered and then ran down, and I just worked it a little bit with the airbrush with the paint, and can't even tell. You would never know there was a booger that kind of fucking dripped down on that. So, oh, get off my watch, bitch. So, I'm going to cut this off now. Well, now it's almost 30 minutes. I'm going to cut this off now. I'm going to super glue this bad boy together as much as possible, and then I'm going to paint it. And I'm going to glue the whole thing together except for the canopy. Of course, I'm not going to put the canopy on, but everything else is going to stay up. It's going to be glued on, and then I'll just detail the rest out, which I think it would be a lot easier for me to do than try to paint everything. I know everybody leaves everything on the spurs, paints it, cuts it out, puts it together, and then no, I'm going to just put it all together and come back and do the detail work. I think that will be easier for me. Well, for me. For you guys out there, it may be easier to leave everything on the spur, paint it, detail it, and then glue it together. But we'll see. And it's been a very long time since I put any plastic model together. Any plastic model. I think the last plastic model I put together was about 10 years ago. So I'm going to put this guy together real quick, get him painted up, let it dry, do the detail work with the smoky eyeshadow palette. So yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna see how it's gonna come out. And hopefully it comes out pretty good. So with that, super bad video since this bitch won't stand up no more. Peace. I'm out.